Hello you all, so today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make your own 3D flower shadow box. This is a collaboration with YouTuber DoDreamOn, so make sure you check her channel in the description of this video and in the title of this video and see her version of her shadow box. For this tutorial, these are some of the tools that you would need. I have my Cricut machine and my weeding tool. I also have my cardstock paper, which you can find at Hobby Lobby, Joann's, and even Michael's and on Amazon. I have my smart vinyl. I also have my Cricut mat, but I won't be using that since I am using smart vinyl. Then I have my Cricut Stronghold transfer tape, and behind that I have my shadow box, which I got at Michael's. Then I have my quilling tool, which you would use to roll your paper flower. I have paint brushes because I'll be using the ends to curl the ends of my flower. I have my microfiber fabric and my glue gun. So let's get right into the Cricut design space. Now I'm going to upload my image. And if you don't have a pattern already for your flower, I'm going to leave a link down below so you can download one. Then what we're going to do is duplicate that image. Now moving on to the next step, it should look like this, but make sure you click on mat and then done. So because I'm using a 10 by 10 shadow box, it takes about 25 sheets of paper. So I'm going to put 25 copy and then click apply. And then for material size, we're going to change that to 8.5 by 11, which is the size of our cardstock paper. And I also have a guide listed in the description of this video so that you know how many pages to print depending on how many flowers you need for your size. Make sure you click cardstock and then change the pressure to more. And then remember material settings so you can do it for all of the pages. Next is going to cut. And then this is what it looks like when we're pretty much loading in our paper. So I just put my cardstock on the green mat and I'm going to load it in. And once it gives me the okay to press go, I'm going to go ahead and press that. And then Cricut machine will cut out the pattern for you. And here's an up close of what that looks like. Now we're going to unload our mat. And what I like to do to make my life easier when removing the cardstock from the mat is I take one end and bend it on the side, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So you want to make sure you bend it on a flat surface and then press down. And when you do that, you won't have any pieces on the mat. So that makes it so much easier. Then you move on to the next piece and load it into the machine. Now here's what my pieces look like. Now we're going to take our quilling tool and start rolling up our flower. So you want to make sure you insert that paper into the slit and just start rolling all the way to the end. Now there's a tab at the end that's going to secure the bottom of your flower. So what we're going to do is take our hot glue gun and add some glue there at the bottom. Should look like that. And then we're going to close and secure the bottom of our rose. And make sure you're being careful with the hot glue gun. And then it should look like this. Now I'm going to take my paintbrush because when you roll and fold the edges, it makes it look a lot more realistic. You can do it by hand, but there's just some parts of the petals that I can't do with my hand because they're short and kind of small to get. So this is what it looks like if you do it with your hand. But I find some parts to be easier with my paintbrush. So whatever you have where it'll make it easier for you to roll the petals, definitely use it. So you see how that looks? Looks so much better than straight paper. And if you want to go back in and curl it a little bit more, then feel free to do so. All right, moving on. So as I was curling, I made sure that I was lining up my flowers so I can know what it would look like prior to gluing. So as I was gluing, all I had to do was pick it up and put it in the same order as it is placed on the table. So you want to remove the backing of your shadow box. And then you want to take and make sure that it's on the right side too. So you want to make sure that if you're doing an ombre effect, that the top hanger part is at the top. And I'm going to start from the bottom. So all you're going to do is take your hot glue gun and place some glue there at the bottom where we closed it. And then just keep gluing for each row. All right, now it is complete, but we need to place back our backing to our shadow box. So I want to make sure that everything looks right so that when I do place it, I have no issue. So it looks fine. So what I'm going to do is turn it around and then place it inside and then secure it to the back. Next, I decided I wanted to add text to my shadow box, and this is totally optional. So I decided to add the quote, "Keep going." I want to encourage my little sister that no matter what her days are, to just keep going. So I am going to play around with the font, and then we're going to click Make It. And then I'm going to click for myself without matte because I'm using the smart vinyl. And then this is how you load in the smart vinyl without a matte. And I'm also using my Cricut roll holder. Then I'm going to go ahead and unload that mat. And then with the roll holder, it will also allow you to cut. Now I'm going to read out my vinyl, which I have already done. And this is what the flower looked like in the shadow box. And next I'm going to take my stronghold transfer tape and place it on top of the vinyl that I just completely weeded. Then I'm going to take my scraper tool, transfer it to the shadow box, and place it in the corner or wherever you want to on your shadow box. Use your scraper tool and then remove the transfer tape. And voila, I am complete. And I love the way that it came out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I know that I did, and it was time consuming, but so worth it. So if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, comment down below. Let me know what you would like to see in my next video, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone.